Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen again. This is video number 4. So I've had a big request for Italian recipes. Okay, I have no problem with that. I've been tweaking Italian recipes for the past 3 years so that I'm able to eat low carb. So, being that this is Holy Week and Easter Sunday is coming up, Italian tradition does a sweet pie, an Italian sweet pie, and an Italian meat pie. The meat pie is going to be another video. But I decided to do the sweet pie. So, the big thing with the sweet pie, well, first off, sweet sugar. Okay, so we're going to change up, use a different type of sweetener. But let me show you what I did for the crust, okay? I found a recipe, and it calls for 1 cup of almond flour, which I get this from Costco. It's really cheap, much cheaper at Costco, and it's wonderful. Okay, 1 cup of almond flour. And then 1 cup of coconut flour. I have found that coconut flour, not all coconut flour is equal. So I do use this product. So this calls for 1/3 of a cup of coconut flour, and then 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. But we're not going to use regular sugar because I stay away from that. But we are going to use a sugar that is sweetened with the monk fruit. Okay, so whatever sweetener, I mean, you can use any other sweetener, or erythritol, whatever other things you want to use, but I like the monk fruit sweetener. Okay, and we've got 1/3 of a cup of the powdered sweetener for the crust. Okay, then we go with 1/2 of a cup of softened unsalted butter. Make sure it's unsalted. I have made that mistake before where I've used salted and it just doesn't go well. Okay, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay, so you're gonna mix the butter, the soft butter with the vanilla first until it's nice and light and fluffy and creamy. And then in a separate bowl, you're gonna mix all your dry ingredients. And then your dry ingredients you mix in with your wet ingredients and you come up with a crust or a dough, okay? So, I then rolled it, well, I took it soft, okay? And then I pressed it. I made little tiny pies because it's just me and my mom this year because unfortunately everybody's stuck in quarantine in all different parts of the country. So I'm making little tiny ones. And I just took the soft dough and pressed it into the pan, okay? Now, I took the rest of it, rolled it in some saran wrap, and you can see it's pretty hard. Okay, but if you let it sit out, it'll soften if you want to make more pies. So that's the crust, okay? Low carb crust, delicious. Now we're going with the filling. The filling's pretty simple, okay? Ricotta, fresh ricotta. In one of my other recipes, I talked about the fresh in the tin from the Italian butcher ricotta. Here you go. Okay, this is what I mean by in the tin, okay? And I've used some out of it, clearly. It's really good. The whole milk, fresh ricotta, delicious. So you take 2 cups of the whole milk ricotta, okay? What I would do, put it in the bowl and beat it, okay? Your beater, okay? Beat it until that's nice and creamy and smooth. If you don't, it can be a little difficult to get it nice and smooth, okay? So you're gonna whip up the ricotta first. Then you're gonna put in 4 eggs for 2 cups of ricotta. 4 eggs. Beat that up, okay? You want 1.5 teaspoons to 2. I like vanilla, so I put 2 teaspoons of vanilla in the recipe. And beat that up, nice and creamy. Okay, now the filling calls for 1/2 cup of sugar. So, and regular granulated sugar. So I have, again, the monk fruit sweetened granulated sugar. This one was the powdered one for the crust, granulated one for the filling, okay? A half a cup. And you beat it up again, beat it up until it's nice and smooth. I have some in here. It was already made. I will whip it up a little bit because it was sitting in the refrigerator, okay? And if you look these recipes up for the Italian sweet pie, a lot of them will not tell you this. Again, I give you my little tricks from my mom, okay? So mom said, put in a little bit of heavy cream. She said half and half, well, not milk, cream, okay? So I have heavy cream in the house, okay? And a little bit in 2 cups of ricotta. You're gonna put a 1/4 cup, maybe a little more, a 1/4 cup with 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. And you whip that up. It's her secret, okay, to make the ricotta, the sweet pie, really creamy. Okay, so you whip all that up. I have my crust here, right? The dough pressed in. And I have my batter, my filling, the ricotta filling. I'll show you. We're gonna pour that in. Look at that, delicious, right? Oh, wow. Oh, you gotta love these Italian traditions. Okay, I gotta put this down now because I have to scrape the rest of it out. And now, a lot of traditions use dried fruit. Don't do that if you want to make it low carb. A lot of them use rice, or they do wheat pie, or, you know. No, we're trying to reduce the carbs, okay? So I just use the ricotta, although I will show you something else I add in here, okay? So now we have our filling in here, okay? And I will show you what mom used to do, okay? Chocolate chips. She used to make a chocolate chip sweet pie. So I used Lily's, you know, the stevia, sugar, no sugar added, the stevia sweetened chocolate chips. So I will put, you know, in this recipe about 3/4 cups of the sugar-free chocolate chips. So sprinkle it on top. I'll show you why. Okay. So you're gonna sprinkle the chips on top. Okay, and then you're gonna mix them in lightly. Let me grab a fork here. Sorry. Okay, you're gonna just mix it in a little bit, okay? A little bit, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm out of view here. All right. And then they're gonna sink to the bottom or in the middle of it, okay? And I'm gonna show you the end result because I already baked one, okay? So I'm gonna put this in the oven on 350, and you're gonna bake. These are, I'm sorry, can you see me? These are little, okay, so they cook quicker. But the bigger one you're gonna put in the regular oven, and you're gonna bake it at 350 for about 60 minutes, okay? If it's a little too shaky, then you're gonna bake it another 10 minutes, but no more than that, otherwise it'll get dry. Let me show you the end results here. And then you're gonna take delicious sweet pie. Okay, you're gonna take a few chocolate chips and put them in the center on top, and you know, enjoy low carb Easter Italian sweet pie. It's phenomenal, okay? So happy Easter and enjoy your sweet pie. Bye.